Hello and welcome back to the daily edition of Into Vietnam, presented to you by VITV channel. Let's take a look at top stories of the day. HSBC says the State Bank of Vietnam may reduce OMO interest rate to stimulate domestic demand. Non-performing loans in Hanoi stood at 6.72%. And Vietnam ranks second in ASEAN in attracting US investors. The Vietnam Central Bank may reduce OMO interest rate to stimulate domestic demand. That is HSBC prediction in its latest report. HSBC said that Vietnam was on the slow pit lane in the process of economic recovery. After a period of steady growth since September 2013, the HSBC Purchasing Manager Index fell dramatically to 50.3 in August 2014. The bank thought that activities would continue to be gloomy in the following months due to high inventory and low orders. Full inflation index continued to decline further to 4.3 year-on-year due to weak domestic demand. Except for food, the pressure on prices is relatively low, and basic inflation fell to 4.2% year-on-year in August from 5.1% in July. According to HSBC, if inflation remains below 4.5% in September, it's likely that the State Bank of Vietnam will cut interest rate on open market operation or OMO further to stimulate domestic demand. According to the State Bank of Vietnam in Hanoi branch, by the end of August 2014, non-performing loans of credit institutions in the area were at 61.3 trillion dong, accounting for 6.72% of total loans. Financial firms had the highest NPL ratio at 10.67%. By the end of August 2014, total outstanding loans were at 917.8 trillion dong, up 0.6% compared to July 2014, but down 2.8% compared to December 2013. Meanwhile, total mobilized capital of credit institutions in the area reached more than 1,116.9 trillion dong, up 6.75%. Deposit rates in Vietnam dong of state-owned commercial banks were 0.2 to 1.2% per year, lower than those of joint stock commercial banks. Lending interest rate in Vietnam dong for 5 prioritized sectors, including agriculture producers, exporters, and small and medium-sized enterprises supporting industry and high-tech businesses, was 7 to 8%. Other sectors were charged lending rates of 9 to 7% for short-term loans and 10.5 to 12% for medium and long-term ones. According to a recent survey conducted by the American Chamber of Commerce in Singapore, United States firms consider Vietnam the second most attractive destination after Indonesia in ASEAN region for investment. Foreign investors cited the dynamism of the Vietnamese young, highly qualified labor force as the key advantage for conducting business, along with a stable socio-political environment. The survey shows United States investors have a positive assessment of Vietnam's ability to attract and retain businesses and foreign talent, and they remain optimistic about the economic prospects in the region. Of the 588 enterprises surveyed, 74 of them said trade and investment activities within ASEAN have increased over the past 2 years, while nearly 90% of them expect the trend to continue and burgeon over the next 5 years. The establishment of the ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC, and the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, agreement in the coming time will have further increased trade ties with big partners and enhance the region's appeal as an attractive destination. The Quảng Ngãi-based Vietnam-Singapore Industrial Park, or V-Shape, has attracted 8 foreign direct investment projects with total $188 million as of September 2014. Three licensed projects include a $35 million of food processing factory by the Philippines URC Central Company, a $38 million fabric textile factory by Sindadong Textile Printing and Dyeing Company of China, and $30 million footwear factory by the UK King Rich's Vietnam Company. Procedures for setting up businesses and running investment under 5 projects are underway. These projects invested by the Philippine, Hong Kong, and Korean business, focusing on the processing industry, footwear, garment, and textiles, with total registered capital of $85 million. It's surprising that taxes on contractors, which are supposed to be implemented on foreign individuals and organizations doing business in Vietnam, may affect the interests of local firms. The paradox should occur when Circular 103 on contractor tax obligations take effect on October the 1st. Watch the following report for more details. Circular 103, issued by the Ministry of Finance last month, expanded those who are subjected to taxes on foreign contractors. It stipulates that the foreign company without branches in Vietnam distributes and provides services via local companies are also subjected to the tax, focusing on high-tech assembling and designing chips. 4P Limited Company imports machines and equipment for production. The Finance Ministry's new decision may affect their business.
Hiện nay, các doanh nghiệp Việt Nam đã bất lợi hơn so với các doanh nghiệp có vốn đầu tư nước ngoài hoạt động tại Việt Nam trên cùng một ngành hàng. Tại sao như vậy? Bởi vì các doanh nghiệp nước ngoài họ với cái vốn từ công ty mẹ chuyển sang, cái lãi suất chỉ có 2-3%. Trong khi các doanh nghiệp Việt Nam phải vay vốn ngân hàng với lãi suất trung dài hạn, tức là trung bình là 10%. Như vậy là riêng về giá trị mua máy ban đầu thì các doanh nghiệp Việt đã bất lợi đến 7% này. Thêm vào đó, với cái giá máy lại cộng thêm 2% thuế nhà thầu nữa, như vậy là lên thành 9%. Cái đấy là cái rất bất lợi đối với các doanh nghiệp Việt Nam.
Các nhà phân phối ở Việt Nam nhập về bán, nhập sản phẩm về bán, nhưng mà nếu như là các nhà phân phối nước ngoài có hỗ trợ về chi phí quảng cáo khuyến mại, rồi chịu trách nhiệm về sản phẩm hoặc là hỗ trợ trong một cái phần lĩnh vực nào đấy, thì bây giờ cũng là chịu thuế nhà thầu. Thì tôi nghĩ là cái đấy nó sẽ rất là lớn, ảnh hưởng sẽ rất là lớn.
The new circular states that a Vietnamese company eligible to distribute or provide services on behalf of a foreign one is required to declare and calculate taxes on foreign contractors, which is a totally unprecedented requirement.
Bản chất câu chuyện là nhà thầu nước ngoài vào Việt Nam, đôi khi họ chỉ có chuyển giao công nghệ, họ chỉ cung cấp về thiết bị, mà các nhà thầu phụ Việt Nam bây giờ là các đơn vị trực tiếp phải thực hiện. Thế là thay vì việc là trực thu đối với cả nhà thầu nước ngoài thì bây giờ các nhà thầu phụ sẽ phải chịu cái khoản thuế này.
According to the circular, local companies or secondary contractors have to shoulder the tax on the contractor. Experts say both international and local firms should revise carefully terms in their contract since October the 1st, especially those related to risk to commodities, so that they do not have to bear taxes on contracts which are tax-free.
Chúng ta đang hơi nặng về tính tận thu nên là gây khó khăn cho doanh nghiệp cũng như làm tăng chi phí cho doanh nghiệp Việt Nam mà không đảm bảo được cái tính chất là thu thuế khấu trừ tại nguồn của doanh nghiệp nước ngoài. Đồng thời tôi thấy là rất nhiều doanh nghiệp Việt Nam hiện giờ không nhận thức được cái sự tồn tại của thuế nhà thầu, nên về mặt thực tế chúng tôi thấy nhiều doanh nghiệp Việt Nam đang không khấu trừ doanh nghiệp nước ngoài khi mà có thể khấu trừ, dẫn đến là sau này cơ quan thuế vào kiểm tra thì không còn có thể khấu trừ được nữa, cũng như không đòi lại được doanh nghiệp nước ngoài nữa mà lại toàn phải bỏ tiền túi ra nộp.
Vietnam should map out the ways to manage taxes on foreign contractors without affecting operations of local firms. Lawmakers must be in charge of this. Last but not least, is today's update of local gold prices, forex, and stock market. That's all for this edition of Into Vietnam. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon and goodbye for now.